Hi there, everyone. Thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Brandon T. Jones, filling in for Laura today. We do want to go ahead and get right on back outdoors. The meteorologist Thomas Patrick, that's where he's standing by live right now with some updates. And Thomas, you were just saying a few moments ago, it might be somewhat of a rainy week.
Yeah, I'm tracking a whole bunch of storms between Monday and Friday. I think today's rain's still going to wait a little bit later on in the day. Honestly, a little bit of sunshine just trying to peek from behind the clouds here. But Brandon, you and I were both outside this morning and we felt nothing. No raindrops, no snowflakes at all, even though Doppler radar was pretty lit up, and it still is. This is really mostly mountain snow, but if we're getting any rain, it's our southern areas right now. We're looking at almost the Highway 12 corridor, just barely up to Pullman and Moscow. Perhaps a bit of light rain there, but no further north than that. We have seen no rain over Spokane County, even despite what Doppler radar has. Basically, what's happening is Doppler radar does have to look up in the sky a little bit, and it was seeing some raindrops and seeing the snowflakes, but those were not making it all the way down to the ground. So just kind of adjusting what we see via Doppler radar and comparing that to our actual on-the-ground observations. Temperature-wise, not bad, mid-40s for early November. That's pretty average. Again, that sunshine actually helping to just dial up those high temperatures just by a couple bits. I did actually update our forecast today accordingly. Though we are still in line for plenty of rain chances. Not just our southern areas today, but it will pick up a bit more later on tonight. Tomorrow, one of our drier days, and then it just stays wet Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So effectively, 4 out of the next 5 days boast very, very high rain chances. So coming up, we'll show you the storm systems responsible for all of this and how much total rain we're going to get during the work week. Those details are in a few minutes.
All right, thank you, Thomas. We'll be checking back in just a few moments. As for this now, a woman died over the weekend after 3 separate vehicles hit her in Okanogan County. It happened just after 7 p.m. Saturday on State Route 97, just east of Brewster. That's where the Okanogan River meets the Columbia. Washington State Patrol says the woman who was in the northbound lane when the first car hit her, that first car stopped on the side of the road. Shortly after, a second and a third vehicle going in the same direction hit the woman. Troopers don't know why she was in the road in the first place. They say drugs and or alcohol were involved, and they are still investigating what happened. A construction alert for you today. Drivers heading to downtown Spokane today may run into some detours. Today, they're removing a crane that was used for the rock relocation project on the Monroe Street Dam. It's being moved out of the area, and it's expected to impact traffic on several streets tonight until 7. Spokane Falls Boulevard is closed right now between Post Street and Lincoln Street, including street parking. Between Stevens Street and Post Street, traffic will be reduced to 2 lanes. You'll still be able to turn north on Post to park at the meters. Traffic control crews will be out in the area to help drivers. Construction along US 395 in Division that was supposed to start today is now postponed because of the weather. The road work was set to start this morning and last through Wednesday. The plan was to have crews replace temporary asphalt with a permanent one. You may remember it was put there after a water main break over the summer, and as of now, WashDOT has not rescheduled. And another quick traffic alert for North Idaho. ITD says the eastbound ramp on I-90 in Cataldo will be closed today. That's a little over 25 miles east of Coeur d'Alene. Eastbound drivers will not be able to exit at Cataldo and should use the Kingston exit instead. ITD says the work they're doing is part of the bridge replacement project. Crews will be out there at least 3 weeks, but it depends on the weather. Well, tomorrow is Election Day, so just as a reminder, make sure you're turning in your ballots if you haven't done so yet. There are 2 ways to turn in your ballot. 1, drop it off in a ballot box. We have a list of where those are located on our website right now at KREM.com. The other option is mail-in. If you do mail in your ballot, please make sure you're getting it out as soon as possible. The Spokane County Auditor says changes at the U.S. Postal Service impacted mail pickup times. Make sure your ballot is postmarked by tomorrow, November 4th. It's best to ask for your ballot to be hand stamped. That way, your vote will be counted. Turning now to the pitch, let's go Spo. Our very own Spokane Velocity are moving on after taking down South Georgia Tormenta FC. KREM 2's Caitlin Galloway was out in One Spokane Stadium last night. She's breaking down the exciting match.
Spokane Velocity fans came for 90 minutes of soccer, but they got a whole lot more than that in a game that will go down in franchise history. Both teams had chances to score in regulation, but defense prevailed and we headed to extra time tied with a 0-0 draw. 2 penalty kicks in extra time sent the match to a shootout. The crowd flooded behind the goal and roared to life as Carlos Marancio made the save of the match.
I watched a lot of PKs of him since he was in college. And in the game, I hold my position a lot. That's why I didn't anticipate to go to the left. But this guy did it in multiple times, so he's trying to do it now.
Velocity FC is moving on. Head coach Lee Veidman said post-game he's especially proud of his team, considering tonight wasn't what they prepared for.
You can do all the work that you want in preparing for your opposition, but they can show up and do something completely different. So really proud of the guys tonight because not only did we face something very different than what we were expecting, they were able to adapt.
Velocity FC is back to host the next round of the playoffs next Sunday at 6 p.m. against Portland. From One Spokane Stadium, Caitlin Galloway, KREM 2 Sports.
The Spokane Valley Summer Theater had to cancel their 2026 season. They're planning on doing 3 musicals and 9 summer camps. Right now, the theater is undergoing a massive capital project to build their own facility. So in the meantime, they rely on other venues. A donor provided the funds needed to rent space from the Central Valley School District. The theater program says they secured dates for all their events and got the go-ahead to finalize plans. But then they say Central Valley either adjusted or canceled, and the dates could not agree on another certain time because of that. So the Summer Theater says it was not realistic to take the risk and plan on next year. The theater has been working to complete the Idaho Central Spokane Valley Performing Arts Center to use as its permanent home. So far, they have $2 million out of the $15 million needed to restart construction by January.